So here are the steps you need to follow. Step number 1, you need to familiarize yourself with what Home Depot delivery contractors do. The thing is that Home Depot uses outside contractors, I'm talking about owner-operators, as well as in-house delivery drivers to haul loads to more than 2,300 stores across North America, as well as to pick up and ship to 125,000 customers in the United States. So the bottom line is what, boss? The bottom line is there are lots of delivery work all the time at Home Depot. But you gotta familiarize yourself how things work there first. So when we talk about a typical Home Depot delivery driver job, you have to deliver high quality products to customers in a safe, courteous, and timely manner. You have to establish and maintain outstanding relationships with customers. Home Depot is really adamant about that. You have to review and verify invoices and purchase requests to ensure accuracy. You got to inspect. You have to make sure that your delivery, your van, your cargo van or spreader van is always in top shape. You need to actually also maintain delivery logs and records. What will happen here is that you will work with a Home Depot station manager who will coordinate everything with you. Now, to actually get a job as a Home Depot delivery driver, you don't need to have a college degree. No, you just need to have a high school degree is great, GED is great, or something equivalent. You got to have a valid driver's license. You got to have a clean driving record. You got to have a familiarity with something called radio frequency. So Home Depot has a system, an in-house system. It's called radio frequency. So you got to have familiarity with RF equipment. And so you have to have excellent communication skills, organization skills, strong interpersonal skills, problem solving skills. You got to understand that Home Depot has a constellation of customers, not just the stores and not just big companies, small companies. They also do B2B and B2C. B2B means what? Business to business, and B2C means business to consumers. So you got to imagine yourself in the middle of all that. So you got to have a clear idea of Home Depot deliveries stands for. This is very important. This will be your first step towards success if you want to deliver for Home Depot and earn very well. Step number 2, boss. So after having a clear idea about what Home Depot deliveries stands for, you need to familiarize yourself with another aspect of the business, which is warehousing. The reason why you have to familiarize yourself with all these aspects is because you're gonna have an interview. You're gonna be interviewed by the area supervisor, not the station manager, but the area supervisor. And that interview, you better be prepared. They will ask you questions about their Home Depot deliveries. They will ask you questions about Home Depot warehousing. So you need to have a clear idea about the different roles in those departments. Now, let me just explain things to you. You got to learn what the different warehouses do. At Home Depot, they have a conglomerate. They have a constellation of different warehouses, and each warehouse does something specific. Okay, it's all about specifying what really each department does, each warehouse does. So for example, you have direct fulfillment center. So those are DFCs. So DFCs ship online orders directly to consumers. You have a rapid deployment center, RDC. So RDCs refill popular items to stores so they are available for customers. You have Stocking Distribution Center, SDC. So SDCs hold seasonal and oversized items until they're needed. Very important place. I want you to follow here. You have Bulk Distribution Center. So BDCs at Home Depot, they send large items like lumber and building materials to stores. You have Market Delivery Operations, MDOs. MDOs receive appliances from vendors and then schedule and deliver them to consumers. Then you have Market Delivery Centers. So you have MDCs. So MDCs deliver everything from hammers and nails to appliances directly to consumers. And then you also have a Flatbed Distribution Center. So FDCs ship large items and bulk products like lumber and construction supplies to stores and pro customers. So pro customer stands for professional customers. Okay. And then you also have market delivery centers. So there's MDCs. They deliver everything. I think I already said that. The last thing is the Home Depot Pro. So the Home Depot Pros prepare building maintenance and cleaning supply orders for commercial and small businesses. The reason why you have to know this because you have to know whether or not the cargo van, sprinter van, the box truck, whatever vehicle you have can fit the specific warehouse that you want to haul for. See, that's what I was just telling you. Even before you go to the interview, if you can actually identify the specific warehouse you want to apply for and you know what type of needs they have, then you will be in a better position to get the job. So speaking about vehicle, let's have a conversation about that. Boss, by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And I'm just really talking to you about this topic. We're having a conversation about how to deliver for Home Depot and make close to $150,000 a year. I know, my team knows, whenever we throw out those numbers, people just write nasty comments and like, yeah, this is impossible. This is unbelievable. You just, boss, hey, listen. We have clients today who are making $175,000 a year. We have clients who are making $145,000 a year. We have clients who are making $200,000 a year delivering for Home Depot. So I really don't care if people don't believe, my team, our team doesn't care. We don't care if people don't believe us because we have clients whom we have been following for 10 years, 20 years. We do their taxes. We advise them. We see their numbers. And I'm just sharing with you how much they're making. How much they're making, how they're making it. Now, people don't have to believe us. People say, well, this is too much. I can't believe it. I'm not even making half of it. I really don't care. So I want to quickly, I just wanted to clarify this because we hear those comments. People tell us, yeah, the numbers you're pulling, those numbers are not realistic. I really don't care. I really don't care. So I'm telling you, you can make $145,000. That's the minimum with the Home Depot delivering for them. There is a formula. There is logic you need to follow to make that kind of money. If you're just sitting in your cargo van and just not listening and not learning, you're not going to be able to make that money. Okay, step number 3, the vehicle. You have to have the right vehicle for the delivery. The thing is that Home Depot is pretty flexible when it comes to delivery vehicles. So you can have a sprinter van, a cargo van, a box truck, a box van, a straight truck, a pickup truck, a step van, a flatbed, a light duty truck, an 18-wheeler, not a problem. They take everything. Okay. The thing here is that Home Depot understands that they have a diversity of clients. They have, as I just said, they have B2B, B2C. So they have to have all types of for a vehicle to accommodate those customers. And the cool thing is that business is booming so much that their in-house drivers can't keep keep up. It's very complicated for them to keep up. So that's why they need external drivers, external owner operators to fill the void. And this is where you come in. Step number 4, boss, let's talk about the application. So the thing here is that you have to actually get your paperwork together. So if you want to get this position as an owner operator, as an external driver, as an independent contractor for Home Depot when it comes to their delivery, make sure you get your paperwork together. I'm talking about having your resume. You got to have your resume. Okay. It's not, even if you have a company, they still want to see the person behind the company. So you got to have your resume. Don't tell me, well, I'm not educated. I don't have a college. I don't have a high school degree, whatever. You still need to have a resume. So take the time right now, boss. Take the time right now to write down whatever work experience or educational experience you have. You got to have a resume. Number 1. Number 2, you want to put together your business documents. Okay, so you have a company, you have a sole proprietorship, you have an LLC, you have an S corporation, you have a C corporation, you have a partnership, you have an LLP, whatever you have. Make sure you have your business documents. What are those? Your articles of incorporation or organization, your certificate of formation, your certificate of good standing. Home Depot want to see from you that you have your registered agent. Okay, you want to have the contact info. This is important. You got to show your EIN. So EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. This is kind of similar to your tax identification number for your business. It's like your social for your business. You got to also mention your legal structure, because they'll ask you, and they were asking those questions because the cool thing about Home Depot is that when they sign an agreement with you, that's for the long haul. Literally, they actually will be with you for years. So they want to also make sure that they do enough due diligence to make sure they are partnering with the right party. So they'll ask you for licenses and permits if needed. They might ask you for client references. They might ask you for your CDL, but this is optional though. It depends on the vehicle you're driving. For a cargo van or sprinter van, for example, you don't need a CDL. You can drive this with a normal driver's license, not a problem. A Home Depot will also ask you the bank you are currently at. And this is for banking references to make sure, again, that you are basically quote unquote legit. And just be ready that in some cases, Home Depot will pull your credit. Yes, Home Depot is not a financial institution, but as part of the background search, because they actually conduct a background check, not search, background check. And what will happen here is that part of that will have to be, they will have to check your credit to make sure, again, that everything is fine. The next step is you need to go to your nearest Home Depot and ask to speak to the area supervisor. So whatever you are, Home Depot has more than 2,300 stores in the States. So whatever you are right now, if you're interested in this opportunity, I want you to get up and go to your nearest Home Depot, and you want to ask to speak to the area supervisor. But boss, do me a favor. Do me a big favor. By the way, I just want to remind everybody of today's topic. We're having a conversation about how to deliver for Home Depot and make at least $145,000 per year if you do it right. Again, this is an average. Some people will make more, some people will make less. It is what it is. But do me a favor. I want you to be clean, dress professionally. I want you to be on your Sunday. Get a hair. I want you to get a haircut. Shave properly. I really want you to present yourself in a very best manner. First impressions count. Okay. The whole thing you need to understand is that Home Depot area supervisors are they basically are the ultimate deal makers at Home Depot when it comes to distribution and delivery. Okay, so when you go to the area supervisor, you actually want to be very clean, because you know why? The area supervisor you'll be talking to could be your next boss. You never know. So you want to tell him or her the following 5 sentences. I want you to repeat after me. I want you to repeat after me exactly what I'm about to tell you. So you say this to the area supervisor. You say, listen, I would like to deliver as an independent contractor for Home Depot. I am experienced, extremely reliable, detail-oriented, competitively priced, and customer-focused. I can add value to your store as well as other Home Depot distribution logistical processes. I have brought my credentials with me today and would gladly discuss them with you. Do you now have 5 or 10 minutes to discuss further, or would you want me to come back another day? Those are the 5 sentences that, boss, you need to repeat exactly when you talk to the area supervisor. I'm going to repeat this just one more time so you have a clear idea what I'm talking about. So you go to the area supervisor and you say these 5 things. I want you to print them out and memorize them. Say, I would like to deliver as an independent contractor for Home Depot. I am experienced, extremely reliable, detail-oriented, competitively priced, and customer-focused. I can add value to your store as well as other Home Depot distribution logistical processes. I have brought my credentials with me today and would gladly discuss them with you. Do you now have 5 or 10 minutes to discuss further? Or would you want me to come back another day? say this and tell me later on you want to thank me later on after that. Maybe you'll buy me something, maybe a McDonald's, whatever, just to thank me. Okay, so if you're lucky and the area supervisor wants to actually have a conversation with you, a real conversation, now we have the interview, right? We have the interview. You have to answer a few questions, and you got to be ready for a few questions. Now, the questions they might ask you is, they'll ask you, tell me about your driving records, accidents, speeding, and more. Make sure that you're comfortable. You have an answer for that. Okay, have an answer. You have to articulate. If you have had problems in the past in terms of your driving, you want to explain what happened and how you have changed. That's really important. Don't lie. Never lie in an interview. Never do that. Okay. Question number 2. Tell me about your past experience as a delivery driver. Those are questions that the area supervisor at Home Depot will ask you. We know because we have accompanied multiple clients who got the job, who are making money right now, and they told us those are the questions they asked them. They'll ask you, tell me about yourself. They'll ask you, how would you handle an unexpected delay during a time-sensitive delivery for Home Depot? They'll ask you, for instance, tell me about a time you appropriately handled a very angry customer. They'll ask you, how did you handle a mistake you made at work while driving for Home Depot or another institution? Another question they'll ask you, can you give me an example when you used time management skills properly? Another question they'll ask you, what do you consider great customer service? Another question, what are your rate expectations? This could be your salary expectations, your rate per mile, your hourly rates, your rate per contract expectations. It really depends on your geography, boss. And the other question they will ask you is, why should we hire you as a Home Depot independent contractor? So those are the 10 top questions that Home Depot area supervisors have been known to ask people. This could be in different variations, but they always revolve around the same idea. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you got to be in a situation where you are prepared, you are well prepared to impress the area supervisors, but please make sure that you are well dressed. Make sure that you're properly shaved. Make sure that you've got a haircut. Make sure that you are just presentable. Be on your Sunday. Don't look like you just came back from the happy hour I was at yesterday. All right. I want you to look like you will be you came from the wedding that I attended 2 weeks ago from Cousin Mary. That's what I want you to look at. I want you to look like that. The last part here, if you are trying to get a job delivering for Home Depot and make close to $150,000 a year on average, you got to be ready for screenings. Now, when we talk about screenings, we're talking about all kinds of due diligence. First of all, you have medical screening. So they'll check you. They'll make sure that you are fine. And Home Depot here has a very thorough process in place where for independent contractors, for owner operators that the companies are working with, they will do medical screening. So when we talk about medical screening, we have vision to make sure that to make sure you have your ability to see clearly is really great. Hearing, they will do blood pressure. They will do cardiovascular. They will do respiratory. They will do neurological. They will do musculoskeletal. They will do diabetes. They will do psychological. They will do drug and alcohol abuse and medications. Those are really important, and there's no way to avoid them. It is what it is. They've had this system in place, this medical screening procedure in place for the last 20, 30 years. You're not going to change. So if you have to be aware. So if they were to extend a job offer to you as an independent contractor, you still need to pass those screenings. And when we talk about screenings, you also have to think about background checks. And when we talk about background checks, you're talking about delivery driver, driving record qualifications. They will do Smart Search Plus, like they do criminal record. Okay, so they see exactly what you have. They have sex offender investigation. Okay, they do they do a lot of stuff. So they do, for instance, multi-state criminal background check. They have OFAC blocked list, Interpol, DEA fugitive list, denied person list, debarred list. They have OST list. They have a European Union terrorism sanction list. They do a lot of stuff. They also do a 10-year social security number address history trace. They are really, really thorough here. Okay. They also do all kinds of background checks. The bottom line is, Home Depot wants to make sure that you are legit, that you are clean, so to speak. So it's always good if you have some kind of history, if you have some kind of skeletons in your financial closet, or in your personal closet for that matter. You want to mention that during the interview and ask them if it would be a problem for you to actually get a job or get a contract with them. Okay, it's always better to say things up front. At least they are comfortable. If they're comfortable having you, then there shouldn't be a problem. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to deliver for Home Depot and make close to $150,000 a year. So you have a Home Depot deliveries, warehousing, vehicle, application, area supervisor, interview, and screenings. Thank you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.